Hi guys, Captain Daly here, and this is our sailing voyage plan for day 2 of our 14-day cruise in the Dalmatian islands of Croatia. Day 2 is a sail from Vis Harbor to the south side of Vis into Uvala, Stiniva. If you know of additional stops we should include in this plan, please leave feedback in the comments below, and of course, as always, you're welcome to subscribe to my channel. Here's our departure. The harbor of Vis, beautiful little town on the north side of the island of Vis. And here is our destination. What a beautiful cove. Stiniva Beach is the most famous bay on the island of Vis, located near the place called Maria's Landing. The white hills, the beautiful clean sea, and the rocks that guard the beach are really a special sight. Stiniva Beach has a catering facility. You can look for a refreshing drink, sun shelter, and something to eat. Although the beach has no forest or high vegetation, it is surrounded by rock, so one half of the beach is always in the shade. Stiniva is one of the 15 most beautiful beaches in Europe, according to the readers of the renowned European Best Destinations portal. I am really looking forward to seeing this beach in person. It looks fantastic. And day 2 is a fantastic day, kind of a sensory overload day. We depart Vis Harbor. We go out past Fort George. We go look at an ex-Yugoslavian military shelter for submarines. Visit a couple of beaches if we have time. Visit the Blue Grotto on Otok, and end up in Uvala, Stiniva. There may be a cave that we can see, but I think after further research that cave is actually only accessible by land, not by water. But we have plenty to see, so I'm not worried about the cave. Day 2 plans out at 25.5 nautical miles, which at 5 knots is 5.1 hours of sailing, not including stops. It will be a busy day. We have plenty of sun. The ephemeris data from May 2nd on the island of Vis is dawn at 05:16, sunrise at 05:48, sunset at 19:57, and dusk at 20:28. This provides 15 hours and 12 minutes of good daylight on May 2nd over our day 2 route. Just for reference, here are the 14 routes that comprise our sail through the Dalmatians. And this video focuses on Route 2, this segment here in orange, from North Vis to Blue Grotto to Stiniva. And there it is. Vis Harbor, the submarine base, the city of Komiza, the Blue Grotto, and the Uvala, Stiniva. First we depart Vis Harbor. Coming out of the harbor, we'll do a little sightseeing and pass by Fort George. Fort George is an old fort that's been converted to a restaurant. And I'm sure we won't have time to go up there, but it would be interesting to see it. It looks really unique. We go around this bend and into this cove, and here is an old ex-Yugoslavian military shelter for submarines. I'm really looking forward to seeing that. That should be incredible. Here's the harbor of Vis. That's where we spent the night, where we'll be departing in the morning of day 2. Here's Fort George. It's now a restaurant, kind of a big restaurant. I assume the whole building's not a restaurant. Pretty huge. And here is the submarine base. How cool is that? It's going to be really interesting to see, to go inside a Yugoslavian submarine base. Ex-submarine base. From the submarine base, we come around the point of land and travel the north coast of the island of Vis and into Gradok Beach. And this is where the cave is located, but I'm afraid the cave is strictly an inland thing. I don't think we're going to be able to see it from the shore, but we're going to look. This is the beach at Gradok. And this is the cave, which unfortunately I don't think we're going to be able to go into. It just looks like this cave is inland, and I don't see any landings or beaches or any way to get from the water up to the cave. Even looking out of the cave, it looks like it's at a pretty good altitude. It's pretty high up in the mountain. So we'll pass by it, but I don't think we'll get to see it. From the cave, there's a couple of other coves. Zukamika Beach looks pretty. We're actually going to cut this corner. We're not going to go all the way around that island. There's plenty of water between this first island and the big island. So we're going to cut through here, and we're going to see Perna Beach, and then go on into Komiza. This is Zukamika Beach, if we have time to see it. It's a busy day. I'm not sure we're going to make all of these little beach stops, but it is quaint and pretty. It looks like there's some kind of an abandoned structure here. And this is the Perna Beach. It's really en route, so it's not going to be out of the way at all to see that. And finally, Komiza, which is a picturesque town on the southwest coast of Viz, with its church and its vineyards and old buildings and an old wharf. It's just really, really pretty. From Komiza, we make a dash down to the island of Bisevo. Should be a really nice run, probably broad reach or close reach, down to the Blue Grotto. And then from the Blue Grotto, we'll go back up to Viz. The Blue Grotto is very unique because they come in on one side, but on the other side, the sunlight comes in under the rocks. So it lights up the water in a very unique fashion. Another place that's going to be really fun to see. We're going to see so many interesting things on day 2. As I said, from Blue Grotto, we make another nice broad reach or close reach to the south coast and have a sail with a lee island on us. So that's a little scary, but doable. And then we'll go into Uvala Stiniva. Uvala Stiniva is so unique. I'm really, really looking forward to seeing this cove. Never seen anything like it. So now all that remains is to check the water and obstacles and see how we're going to make this trip. So leaving the harbor of Viz, we're going to go into the submarine base and around the top and into Grotok and over. Let's see what that looks like. Of course, there's plenty of water all the way up to the dock at the harbor of Viz. They've dredged this area and provided for electricity and water for yachts along this front here. Really a nice place. And plenty of good water coming out. We come around the point of land. Good water between the two islands here. Good 40 feet or so. Around the top and over. And we'll come into this cove. And this cove is where the submarine base is. And we'll see where the Yugoslavians stored their submarines. After that, we'll pass around another point, make a U-turn, and head back towards Uvala Grotok. There's good water here, there's good water here, no obstacles, it's looking good. We come into Uvala Grotok, there's plenty of good water to see Grotok if we have time and we decide we want to do that. From there, we go further west. We pass on the outside of this small island, which is very steep shore, plenty of water. And this is where we think the cave is. We'll take a look at it and see it. I don't think we're going to see much, but we're going to take a look and go down to some more coves on the north side of Viz. Zakamika looks like a very interesting cove. Given the time, we may dash into here and take a look at it real quickly. We've got so many good things to see. We don't want to waste time. As I said before, we're going to go between the Veli Barjak and the island of Vis. There's plenty of water through here. Go down through Perna and round the corner into Kamisa. 30 feet of water here, no problem. Where's my pointer? There it is. 30 feet of water here, no problem at all. Between the two islands. Good water in Perna Cove. Coming around the South Point. No issues. Coming into the beautiful little city of Kamisa. Take some pictures and then head on out. Head on out to Bizevo where the Blue Grotto is. Nice run. It'll be a really relaxing time to enjoy the boat. See what the boat will do on the water. Coming into the Blue Grotto, it gets pretty shallow pretty fast. So you want to be careful about where we are and what we're doing in this area. It's certainly not a night anchorage. It's a day anchorage only, but it's definitely worth seeing. So we're excited about, or I'm excited about seeing that. After we've seen the grotto, then we go along the south coast of Vis and into Uvala, Stiniva. Uvala Stiniva has no issues. It's got good water depth and goes all the way back up into the cove. And we're going to overnight here. So we want to be able to get way back up in here and get into some good water, get a good anchorage. If not, take up a mooring ball and spend the night here and see this most interesting little cove. So that, my friends, is day 2. What a day. It's just submarine base, Kamisa, Blue Grotto, and this incredible Uvala Stiniva. It's a lot to take in one day. If you know of additional stops we should include in our sailplane, please leave feedback in the comments below. Thank you, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Feel free to subscribe to this channel.